curse of Trump. America stood still. Evening news interrupted all programs, announcing the impossible. Donald Trump had once again taken office as President of the United States. No one knew how it had happened. He would vanish from the public eye and then reappear, as if he could never truly be removed. It seemed that something inhuman was backing him. Returned from the darkness, the first strange occurrence happened a month after his inauguration. The White House began to change. The Secret Service reported unnatural cold in the hallways, and staff members heard eerie sounds, whispers, raspy laughter. One of the first to disappear was a journalist investigating Trump's mysterious return. He had written articles questioning how a former president's body should be rotting in a grave, not signing executive orders in the Oval Office. One night, he simply vanished. His apartment was found in shambles, and the walls were smeared with blood-red letters, "Make America Great Again." The whisper behind the masked surveillance cameras in the White House began recording inexplicable events. Cabinet meetings took place in eerie silence. No one dared to speak first. The president's eyes glowed red, and his voice sounded distorted, as if something else spoke through him. At some point, advisors realized he never blinked, not once, not even during long speeches. Dark rituals. One night, security guards heard loud noises from the underground tunnels beneath the White House. When agents descended, they saw the president standing before an enormous stone altar. Hooded figures surrounded him, chanting in an unknown language. The floor was covered in something dark, thick. Blood? Before the agents could act, Trump turned around. His face had changed, his mouth stretched into an unnatural grin. His eyes glowed with golden light. He uttered something in an ancient tongue, and the guards vanished, simply ceased to exist. A living White House. Over time, the walls of the White House began to shift. Paint bubbled and cracked, revealing red, vein-like streaks. Footsteps echoed in the halls, even when no one was there. Those who worked in the building complained of nightmares, visions of a towering figure with orange skin and glowing eyes, whispering incomprehensible words in their ears. Some went insane. One advisor leapt from a window during a press conference, screaming, "He's not human! He's not human!" The unexpected end. The American people began to notice changes. The president's voice on TV sounded hollow, as if it came from underground. His skin took on a strange texture, unnaturally smooth, almost plastic, but with something writhing beneath it. One night, all television broadcasts were interrupted. Trump appeared on screen. He stood before the nation, but his smile was too wide. His voice, alien. "America, I am no longer Trump. I am what has always been here. Now, you belong to me." The cameras went dark. Phones fell silent. The United States disappeared from the world map. It had become something else, something that could no longer be called human. Epilogue. Darkness over the planet. The next day, satellites recorded strange phenomena. The landmass that was once the USA was now covered in thick fog. No one could establish contact with those inside. One by one, nations lost contact with their embassies. Those who ventured in did not return. That night, a red pulsating light appeared in the sky over Earth. It emanated from the center of what was once America. Across the globe, people began experiencing the same dream, visions of something calling to them. The last radio transmission from the engulfed country contained only one phrase: "He has come." The darkness began to spread. Global nightfall. The first incident outside America was recorded in Europe. In the center of Paris, people vanished in broad daylight. All that remained were their shadows imprinted on the pavement. In Russia, all radio stations went silent. The final message was, "Do not look at him. He is already here." In China, entire cities disappeared overnight. Only faint laughter echoed in the air. The darkness swallowed the planet. Humanity plunged into an abyss with no hope of salvation. The awakening days passed. Then, weeks. Survivors, if any remained, lived in hiding, afraid to step outside. The sky had turned black, the sun obscured by thick clouds that pulsed like living flesh. From the shadows, new creatures emerged. They wore familiar faces, former world leaders, celebrities, loved ones. But something was off. Their movements were unnatural, their voices laced with an echoing static. They spoke of a new order, a new world, one ruled by something that had been waiting for eons. Trump had not returned to power. He had never left. And now, the entire world was his domain. A single voice echoed through the endless night. "Make America eternal." And the world obeyed.